Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good week, but it was a Friday the 13th, which is a very metal day, as you would expect. This week I started off listening to Harbingers by Byzantine on the Metal Blade label. And I thought this was pretty great, actually. It's their seventh studio album, but only the second on this actual label. It's progressive thrash. It's very well delivered. Although I would say there are two vocalists coming in together at times, and there could have been a little bit of better tweaking in the mix, but there's a little minor quibbles. It'll probably appeal to fans of Sons of the Apollo, I guess. And it's although it's not all great, when they get the guitars and the rhythm section together, it's very tight, and for the most part, I'd say a really interesting listen. So I did like that album quite a bit. I then moved on to a live album, actually, the Eagles Over Hellfest by Saxon, which you'd expect me to do, being obviously a big Saxon fan. The UK's irrepressible old school metal band are on tour at the moment, and where better to record another live album than Hellfest? This one, of course, is with Diamond Head guitarist Brian Tatler on board now. And while he said, that his original band isn't finished, I guess we should start calling him a permanent Saxon member now, because that's what he is. Just two new songs, I think, on this album. There's 14 songs on the set list. So they do Hellfire and Damnation and Madam Guillotine from the latest studio album. But there's all the usual numbers on there: Wheels of Steel, Princess of the Night, Heavy Metal Thunder. You can almost pick out what would be on there. It's very familiar. It's a heavy metal comfort blanket. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you've either been living on Mars or you're 12 years old. And it does what it says on the tin. Thumbs up to Saxon. Hope Biff recovers as well. He's ill at the moment. I then moved on to Malvada, obviously a debut album by a band called Malvada. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an all-girl band on Frontiers, so I actually thought it'd be fairly soft melodic rock. But no, although it's melodic for sure, there's a lot of very heavy guitar going on this one. And while, I'd say there's, probably a few generic bits thrown in, it's amazingly good, really good. It's very tight, it's rhythmic. There's a great vocalist called Indira Castillo who actually sings. She doesn't shout, she doesn't squeal, she actually sings properly. A little bit of background: the band formed during the pandemic in 2020, but it's their debut album, as I said.